Thank you for taking time to listen to this presentation. Before we begin, we would like to start with our school prayer, which will be read by Grace Hopkins, our newly elected head girl.
Dear God, give us the courage to take up new opportunities, the compassion to help and support one another, the commitment to our learning and our community. Help us to believe so that we can achieve and excel in all that we do. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Welcome to Church Meet, everyone. Moving to a secondary school is a huge step in life for every young person. This is an exciting step. However, it can be confusing and overwhelming at times. Here at Church Meet, we aim to make this transition smoother and more enjoyable. Church Meet is an amazing school. We strive to encourage all our students to achieve more than they could have ever thought. We are a relatively small school, which means that the staff knows each student very well. We can ensure that you will be greatly supported by the talented and amazing staff who will offer the very best opportunities for all the young people within our school. Life in all its fullness, John 10:10. At Church Meet, we will live and celebrate life in all its fullness, with the courage to take up new opportunities, the compassion to help and support one another, the commitment to our learning and our community. You may be asking what it means and how can we live life in all its fullness. It can be as simply as taking the opportunity in lesson to answer the question, or sitting next to someone you don't know who is sitting alone. It is also important that we take a step back and be grateful for having all our community around us. Be grateful for what a privilege it is to coexist with one another, having the opportunity to meet others, spend time with people, and share experiences.
The three ways that we show life in all its fullness here at Church Meet School make up our values that pupils show when carrying out their school day and throughout their week. These key values are courage, compassion, and commitment. And as a school, we believe these values are not only important within your school life, but also to give you a strong foundation to set you up to deal with life challenges. Our school's motto is Believe to Achieve, and I think you can agree that our motto speaks for itself if you believe you can achieve everything and anything within your reach. At Church Meet School, we are taught that any goal is achievable when you have courage, compassion, and commitment.
Throughout my time here at Church Meet, there are so many great things that I have experienced within the school. One of the most fantastic things about the school is the relationships that you will develop throughout your time here. You may be shy about talking to teachers and your peers. Don't worry, I was the same as you. But there will always be someone that will support you to become your better self. At Church Meet, there are many clubs and extracurricular activities that we offer for you to partake in. We have clubs running at lunch and after school, so you have things to do in your free time. At lunchtime, one of the clubs that I enjoy attending is the chess club. It's nice to interact with people, challenging your mind, and relieving stress from the pressures of school. After school, there is a different club running every day. These clubs are where our sports team practice and present our school against others. After school clubs are open for everybody, so we encourage you to participate and get involved. Finally, we are planning to start up a quiet room in one of our computer rooms, which we will be able to do some extra revision or homework. As the head boy and head girl, it is our duty to hear out what the students want and what they need. We represent the school at events such as parents' evenings and open evenings. We provide as role models to what the school expects the students to act in and out of school. We want to encourage you so that you achieve your absolute best and be in a safe and warm environment that makes school more enjoyable. With the other student leaders, we discuss the issues and talk about the ideas that we should bring up with the senior leadership team.
Joining a brand new secondary school can be very daunting and scary. I remember my first day of Church Meet School, and the transition between primary school and secondary school can be very frightening at first. However, at Church Meet School we have a group of students called Blue Guardian Angels. Their main purpose is to be a friend and someone that you can talk to whenever you need support. At lunchtimes, you are able to go to the textiles room, which is where a Blue Guardian Angel will be there for you to talk to or even to play games. You can recognise Blue Guardian Angels by their distinctive blue ties and their welcoming smiles. We also have leadership roles that are available to Year 7 and Year 8s, in which you can become a junior leader, enabling you to gain some experience that you can then put forward to be considered for roles such as Blue Gun Angels, sports ambassadors, prefects, or even head boy or head girl. Some key duties that you would have include helping at school events like Parents' Evening, church services, or worship and charity events.
We are here to support and improve your quality of learning and well-being. We are here to serve you. With your ideas, we can continue to improve the school and make your time here at Churchmead to be memorable. All you have to do is cooperate with us, the student leaders. So do not be afraid of asking us for help or just someone to talk to. We will be here to help.
Thank you to Grace and to Roderick for their speech. Look out for them on the first day because they will be there to help you transition from primary school to secondary school. School structure. The school has 5 heads of year, which enable us to support your child pastorally and academically. Each head of year is responsible for a year. The school also is very proud of its house system. There are 3 houses, St Becket, St Faith and St Victor, and we come together for competitions such as Sports Day. Here we have the school day, starting at 8:30 right the way through to 3 o'clock. And the most important time that people like to know about is when is lunchtime, and it's at 1:10 until 1:55. Here we can see the breakdown of our daily routine. At 8:30, to be in school at 8:25, is what's known as registration. This is also a time when we have our school worships, either as a whole school coming together or as part of a year group or house worship. Following worship or registration, we have lesson 1, which takes us from 8:50 to 9:50. Then lesson 2, taking us up to break at 10:50. Following break is lesson 3, and then into lesson 4, taking us up to lunch at 1:10. After lunch, there is a registration, which is a 5-minute period just before lesson 5, which takes place with the teacher for lesson 5. Following lesson 5, there is enrichment, clubs and interventions, which go on to anything up to 4:30. Here are the extracurricular clubs that you may be able to take part in while you're here at Churchmead. What happens if? Our expectation that every student are on time. In the unlikely event that a student is late, they should report to office before going to lessons. Absence should be reported as soon as possible, either through telephone or text, and our target for students is always 100% attendance. Break and lunchtime. Food is provided in the dining room at both times at a nominal cost. At break time, at £1, and at lunchtime, £2.60, with a pudding. There is an area set aside for students who eat packed lunches and at break time snacks. It is important to note at this time that students are not allowed to leave the school premises at break or at lunchtime. Here is all the information that you need regarding the school uniform. The slight variations in uniform between boys and girls are shown here. Firstly by Ellie Mansbridge, our deputy head girl, and then Matthew Ellis-Goodall, a junior leader in Year 8, is modelling the boys' uniform. The key information here is to note that some of the items are available only at Aqua Uniforms in Langley or online at aquauniforms.co.uk. This includes the school blazer, the school jumper. Please note that school ties are only available at school at the price of £3.50. You can come into school to collect those before September starts, or indeed wait until the first day when you can purchase there. Things to note: if you are going to have short hair, it is to be no shorter than a number 2. Here is some additional information regarding uniform. Your cooperation and support in ensuring that your child is correctly attired for school is very much appreciated, so please take time to read through these key pieces of information. Here we have the information for the school PE kit. The information to note is the first picture is what we call the unisex top, and this is for all pupils for all PE lessons. The shorts and the socks are both for boys and girls, and the fourth picture along is what we call the girls' top. It has a slightly different cut, which our girl pupils prefer to wear. The final picture is the long sleeve top, and this can be worn by either boys or girls when taking part in PE lessons throughout the year. It's important to note that all pupils will need football boots, shin pads, and pupils that are wanting to take part in rugby will also need to purchase a gum shield. All the items listed in the blue box are available for sale at school, but in addition to that you will need colouring pens and pencils, French and Spanish dictionary and a basic calculator. Homework. Your points of contact. Essentially, the form tutor is the first port of contact at school. If it's a subject-specific concern, you can still speak to the form tutor, the head of that subject, or indeed the individual teacher. It's important to note that all communications from the school will be delivered through email and the text message service, so please ensure that your details are up to date. Due to not being able to have your transition day during the summer term, Year 7s will have 2 days on their own in September, starting on Wednesday the 2nd. In addition to the Year 7s, you will be supported by Grace and Roderick and the other senior leaders within the student leadership team, as well as Blue Guardian Angels and junior leaders. During those 2 days will allow you to settle in before Year 8 and 11 return on Friday the 4th of September, and then the rest of the school will return on Monday the 7th of September and return to normal lessons. In addition, on Wednesday the 2nd, there will also be a parent presentation for pupils in 7 Beckett and 7 Victor. This will be at 2 o'clock. We ask that is only one parent per pupil, and then on Thursday there will be a parent presentation for 7F and 7L, and once again we ask that one parent comes to that meeting. Communication is key, so please make a note of all of these telephone numbers and also our app, which is at myedschoolapp.com. Additional information. There's information here about our school fund, communication, parent pay. And parent pay is important this year because for the first time pupils will be able to buy their food in the canteen through the parent pay system. And also any data forms that are sent through to you can ensure that they return back to school. If you are a Slough resident, here is the information about the school bus service. More details of this can be found on the link that is part of the paperwork that has been sent to you. If you're a Raisby or Hythe End resident, RBWM are considering extending their bus route. So if you would like your child to come on the school bus, please use the link and complete the survey. If you have any questions regarding the start of term or anything that's in this PowerPoint, on Tuesday the 14th of July at 3 p.m, I will be running a question and answer session through Microsoft Teams. The link has been sent to you via email, and when you click the link from a PC, this will appear. If you already have Microsoft Teams, it will auto-load, but if you haven't, and you can click on the button where I've highlighted it with the red circle where you view it through your web browser, and you will be able to ask questions and watch the presentation, and then I will do my best to answer those questions. If you're going to use a mobile smartphone, you may have to download Microsoft Teams in order to access the session, so we recommend using a laptop or PC. Thank you for taking time in watching this video. In addition, all of the key information forms part of a PowerPoint presentation. However, if you do have any further questions, do not hesitate to contact us at school, where we will do our best to resolve any issue that you may have. All that is left to say is we're very much looking forward to seeing you in September and hope that you have a wonderful summer. And remember, try to live life in all its fullness.